Check out the world's most bizarre human and animal friendships. It's pretty common to experience a strong bond with your pet. Cats and dogs are the most traditional animals you can have at home, and they're great at keeping you company. But believe it or not, there happen to be countless stories of humans befriending some pretty exotic animals too. The following photos are a testimony to the most epic and cute friendships between humans and exotic animals. If you adore animals, then the following list will definitely make you swoon. The curious bond between Dimdim and Jose. The man you can see in the photograph is Jose Pereira de Souza. His daily routine, while exciting, didn't usually present him with out-of-the-world experiences. He was a fisherman and loved being out in the sea. While working in Rio de Janeiro, however, he saw something that changed his life forever. He spotted an animal crying out for help. After rescuing this cute penguin, he realized the poor thing was covered in oil. Plenty of weeks and visits to the veterinarian later, Dimdim was healthy enough to head into the wild. The crazy thing is, the penguin still goes back to visit his old friend every few months. Friends decide to raise a lion. John and Anthony are two best friends who were traveling together when life presented them with a challenge. While sightseeing in London, they took on an adventure none could have imagined, as they impulsively decided to purchase a real-life lion from Harrods. Well, this could have been a recipe for disaster. Both did a fantastic job raising the cub. They baptized the lion Christian, and when the time came, they decided to return him to the wild. With the aid of a conservationist, the lion lived a long life in his natural habitat. John sticks by his dog in sickness and in health. While there are pretty exotic animals on this list, we couldn't help but include this exemplary friendship. John Unger is the man in the photograph, and he developed a profound bond with his dog. They were basically married throughout the good and the bad. When his 19-year-old dog started developing some health issues, John took things into his own hands. Because of arthritis, the dog couldn't sleep easily, but John helped him till the end. Without thinking twice, the man took Shope into the lake in order to help his dog's aching bones. Isn't that sweet? Zion the lion and his BFF. Frickie von Salms was pretty used to living amongst wild animals. What we might find terrifying was just another normal day for him. This 69-year-old man dedicated his life to caring for lions, and let me tell you, he certainly learned a few tricks along the way. Throughout his career, he had cared for 19 lions, but the one he fell in love with was named Zion. They developed a friendship that involved fun, games, and lots of love. Seriously, just take a look at that photo. It makes me want to hug them both. Best goat buddy. Even though he was already a grown man, this Australian farmer insisted on working day and night. He didn't let his age get in the way of his work. The problem arose one day when he was caring for his sheep. Because of the morning dew, he accidentally slipped and fell. As a consequence of this unfortunate incident, the elderly man suffered a great deal of pain. He even broke his hip. Imagine his desperation when he realized there was no one in sight. As the days went on, one of his goats, Mandy, stood by him. She slept and cared for him till someone spotted the man and rescued him. Janice Haley, the Tiger Whisperer. Janice Haley is an unbelievable woman. Since she was a little girl, she always adored animals. However, little did she know that as a grown woman, she'd be dealing with some of the most fearsome creatures in the animal kingdom. That's right, Janice is known in Orlando as being the Tiger Whisperer. This woman has a special talent when it comes to these majestic creatures. She has a great way with them and has had a great deal of experiences nursing Bengal tigers back to health. The fun doesn't stop there for Haley, though. She actually enjoys entertaining these predators and continues to do so. Jessica the domesticated hippo. South Africa is a place full of exotic animals we don't usually get to see every day. Tani and Shirley Jobert were minding their own business when they spotted something unusual in their backyard. When they spotted a huge injured hippo, they didn't know what to do at first, but it soon became very clear. The couple instantly fell in love with the hippo, naming her Jessica. Throughout the years, they developed an incredible bond. When Jessica got better, she returned to her home by the river, but she never really left the couple's home. Every once in a while, the Joberts can expect a visit from their old friend. Tippy into the wild. The girl in the photo is named Tippy. Because of her parents' profession as wildlife photographers, she grew up amongst all kinds of furry and not so furry beasts. Living in Africa, the child developed a fascination with animals, and because of her daily interactions with them, she never felt any fear, not even with this guy. While cheetahs don't exactly have a rep as the most aggressive animals in the wild, they don't exactly make for domestic pets. Tippy doesn't seem to mind the company, though. On the contrary, she seems more than comfortable with her wild friend. Check out the next slide to swoon over another strange friendship. Jim adopts Jimbo. The epic friendship between Jim and Jimbo reached a huge audience as a consequence of a viral YouTube video. In the video, Jim is seen caring for the well-being of this gigantic bear. When Jimbo first came into the couple's life, he was barely alive, but look at him now. Thanks to the love and attention they gave the furry animal, soon enough he was ready to go back into the wild. As soon as his favorite pet left, Jim decided to start up his own project looking after bears in need of help. Crazily enough, he opened a rehabilitation center for these creatures in his very own home. A python pet you've never seen before. How would you react if you found a 1.3-meter python in your bathroom? Well, this kid's father decided upon adopting the creature. After debating the issue, he figured the snake would make for a great birthday gift for his son. How crazy is he? Well, the 5-year-old kid was skeptic at first. Soon enough, he developed a strong friendship with the reptile. Getting rid of all doubts and fear, the kid now plays and even hugs the python. Curiously enough, the snake has now grown even larger, to the point it could even swallow his little owner whole. Watching the waves with his pelican friend. This pelican is surprisingly huge. Somehow, though, Jeffrey doesn't seem to mind its weight at all. In fact, they both seem to be enjoying themselves. This cute friendship began quite some time ago when they met by pure chance because the pelican was injured amidst a harsh storm. When this fisherman spotted the hurting animal, he couldn't stand by. This great man nursed the pelican back to life, creating a bond between both. Even though the bird has long since been strong and healthy, he loves Jeff too much to leave him behind. The elephant charmer. Elephants are wise and gorgeous animals, but the problem is that they're in constant danger, either by the hand of poachers, wild animals that hunt them, or even natural disasters. They're clearly in need of desperate help, and that's why the Save the Elephant Foundation has such an important role in caring for baby elephants. Throughout the years, Derek Thompson has cared for numerous elephants. When their health is good again, he releases them into the wild. The photo shows one of the elephants Derek nursed as he helps him across the lake. The scene just makes my heart melt. Brutus the tender bear. The enormous bear you see in this picture is named Brutus and weighs approximately 800 pounds. While the name Brutus doesn't inspire much confidence, let me assure you, the bear is a total cutie. The friendship with Casey started when he was only a 2-week-old cub. Because the local wild park was overpopulated, Casey took on the challenge and created a sanctuary for grizzly bears. Because they've known each other for so long, they can even predict their moves, which comes in handy when handling a grizzly. For another tender bear friendship that you won't want to miss, check out the next slide. The Cuddleing Bear, Agi. Polar bears are majestic creatures. There's no doubt about that. They're fearsome animals that inspire both terror and awe. But while that's true for most, Mark built a unique and surprising relationship with this animal. Contrary to what most of us think about polar bears, Mark's pet, Agi, behaves like a huge furry dog. Whenever Mark's upset, they share the bed. Plus, they love spending time together and playing games. Not to mention the polar bear's addiction to the pool. Pet pig saves the day. In recent years, many famous Hollywood stars have hopped on the trend of caring for cute baby pigs. Seriously, I could hug those tiny creatures forever. The problem appears when these animals grow older because they can grow to enormous sizes. One of the reasons people like these animals is the fact that they're super smart. For instance, the woman in this photo suffered a heart attack. Her pet pig rushed outside, calling for help. She drew attention to herself, saving her owner. Kevin Richardson is the second man on this list who knows his way amongst lions. In fact, he's so good at what he does, many call him the lion whisperer. The man lives in South Africa and actually taught himself how to deal and raise these wild animals. Kevin has some great memories as well as friendships to show for his years working with dangerous animals. Even though at times he learned the hard way, his knowledge of these animals is vast. He even managed to establish his own private game reserve, which receives plenty of visitors each year. Horse to the rescue. Horses are wonderful creatures, and plenty of books, movies, and even works of art involve this beautiful animal. Remember Spirit? Plus, they've got a fantastic temper that makes them great friend material. This particular horse, Carrie, is also extremely protective of her owner, and let me tell you how. Fiona was ferociously attacked by a cow while she was looking after its baby calf. In a moment of anger, the animal kicked and hurt Fiona. Upon seeing this situation, Carrie reacted quickly. She kicked off the cow and gave her owner time enough to escape. Regardless of what would happen to her own safety, the horse had to save her owner and friend. Best friends with a duck. There are plenty of kids' books and movies featuring cute ducklings. However, Kylie went overboard when she actually struck a bond with a real duck. The pet first came into the girl's life when she was 5, and since then they've been inseparable. My heart truly melted over the fact that the duck's name is Snowflake. I just can't handle the feels. Plus, both do everything together. From Sunday walks to shopping for her newest outfit, Kylie and Snowflake make a great pair. True friendship is hard to find. Dogs are definitely our best friend. They're loyal and great at making us laugh, and we can never actually get tired of playing catch and ball with them. Debbie Parkhurst thought the world of her adoring pet dog, Toby. They've been together for a long time and even know each other's perks. When Debbie was alone in her home, she found herself choking on an apple. Unable to do anything about it, her dog came to the rescue. Toby threw her down and jumped on her chest till the danger was over. Miraculously, she was saved by the love of her life. Close friends with lions. This story actually became worldwide news. The girl in this photograph is a volunteer at a nature reserve in South Africa. When she started working there, she instantly fell in love with the lions. In turn, they fell back in love with her and even enjoy her company. In fact, they've bonded so much the lions consider her as a legitimate authoritative figure. The friendship and the strange phenomena it entails caught the attention of Animal Planet, who decided it was worthwhile news. They registered their dynamics as kissably close. Hannah Kusk was only 2 years old when she received a beautiful and exotic parrot for her birthday. Both were pretty much inseparable, and it's a good thing they were. In fact, the child's parents are more than grateful to the bird and now give it the royal treatment he deserves. When Hannah was left alone in her room, she accidentally started choking on something she'd eaten. In a desperate move to save her owner, the parrot started calling out, "Mama, baby." Fortunately, the babysitter heard the cries and helped Hannah. This little girl owes her life to this wonderful bird. Gilberto, the friendly crocodile. Last but not least is probably one of the strongest friendships you'll ever hear about. And let me tell you, far from bringing crocodile tears to your eyes, it will make you believe in true love. Shedden, the man you see in the picture below, found the croc in serious need for help. The scary animal was badly hurt and in desperate need of some care. When Shedden saw him, he took care of the animal and in time released him back into the wild. The curious thing is, Gilberto the croc was so grateful to the man he wasn't in any hurry to say goodbye. Instead, they've stayed together since.